Hello, everybody. A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome back to another Taurex live stream here in our across our social media channels. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram as well. And we're actually live on all of them at the moment. So yeah, it's good to see you all, and thank you very much for tuning in today in what is our US CPI live stream. So for those of you who watch my streams before will know, I always like to cover the big events, and US CPI is very much a big event. And I'm hoping today that you can hear me. Let me know in the chat room if you can hear me. Yesterday we had it wasn't me. There was a global issue with StreamYard, and no one was able to sort of have their audio out on the platforms. I've got my fingers crossed that people can hear me this time, because yesterday I was talking for about 10 minutes and no one could hear me at all, which is just the joys of live content. I'm actually going to just check myself before I actually carry on that people. Oh, you can hear me. You can hear me. I know you can. So hello to you all. Dibble, hello. Good to see you. Thank you very much for tuning in today, and it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Bobby, hello to you as well. Yes, I know I had no sound yesterday. Will Gold continue bullish? What's your view on the US 100 and the WTI? Thank you. No problem. I will go through that analysis for you and break that down. A few things to talk about today. We've got some exciting developments in what we're trying to build here at Taurex. And of course, we will be basically having a raw reaction to that CPI event, which is out in 22 minutes time. So we're going to have enough time to do some prep work on the charts, have a look at some of the top market opportunities, and then we're going to let the event play out and see how it goes. We are a little bit starved of volatility, really. I've just realized I've not got my on-air sign on, which is really annoying. Anyway, we are a bit starved of volatility at the moment in these sort of December markets. But today, hopefully, is a day where we're going to be seeing some more volatility or some heightened volatility in the market, should we say. Okay, right. Where to start? Where do we start? Let's start with the economic calendar at the moment. Then let's just to have a quick understanding of what it is that we're looking at today. So I'm using the suite of Taurex tools that we've got at the moment, and within those tools, you've got access to an economic calendar, which is what we should all have access to as traders. And within that economic calendar, we have we can filter out the high impact news events for the day. And that's exactly what I've done for today's main event, which of course is consumer price index. For those of you who don't know what that is all about, consumer price index, though maybe sounds scary, it's literally it's an inflation report. That's all it is. So we don't need to dive into. We don't need to worry about it too much. It's a basket of goods. What's the price of that basket of goods last month to this month, or last year to this year? And then from there, we decide how much prices have gone up in general. We get an inflation rate, okay? And that is widely regarded as an important print in our economic calendars, and does cause some volatility. For Tay on our YouTube channel, hello to you, and thank you very much for the message. Hope you're doing well. If anyone else is around and has any questions on the markets today and any markets they want me to go through, I've had requests for 3 markets at the moment: WTI, US 100, and gold. And I was going to cover those markets anyway. But if there's any other markets anyone wants me to cover, then feel free to let me know in the comment section. So the consumer price index here, do you know where it says excluding food and energy? I'm hoping you can see that. If not, let me zoom in. I was probably zoomed. There we go. Look, let's see it nice and clear now. Excluding food and energy means our core CPI. Core meaning excluding food and energy. It basically strips out the volatile aspect of the report and just leaves your sort of what's deemed as the entrenched inflation. Okay. That's expected to stay at 3.3%, forecasted 3.3, previous at 3.3. So there's expected to be no change there. How the markets treat that is up for debate. Will they treat that as inflation, not going any higher, or will they treat it as stubborn inflation? We'll see. The consumer price index year on year, that's like the figure that you get as like a headline figure, right? So that's the figure that you will see in the articles after that says, US inflation has risen by blah, 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 blah. That's that figure. It's basically the generalized headline figure. Year on year, that's expected to actually tick slightly higher from 2.6 to 2.7%. What would that mean? It would likely mean some dollar strength. We could get an initial sell-off in the stock market, although I wouldn't bank on it being too crazy. But definitely maybe a little bit of a spike in the US dollar if we see inflation going higher today. That's what we're going to be looking at on the charts in a minute. We've also got you also get the month-on-month figures as well. So basically how that's changed from last month to this month rather than last year to this year. So you get sort of a more zoomed in version. And then later on this afternoon, I won't be on the stream at this point, but it's definitely worth noting, is that we've got the Bank of Canada interest rate decision. So if you're someone who trades the Canadian dollar, for example, USD CAD, for example, today is going to be probably the most volatile forex pair out there. We are expecting a 50 basis point rate cut from the Bank of Canada from 3.75 down to 3.25%. So it'd be interesting to see if we do get that. We shall see. We also, within that, we get a monetary policy statement and also a press conference as well. So if you're banging into your Canadian dollar and you like to trade that, then I highly recommend that you keep tabs on the language that's used in these things. Okay. I do have some good news. We've been working hard in the background recently, of course, to deliver more of a community feel to what we do. And we have just opened up a Discord channel. So I'm hoping that you guys will looking to join that. So it's only just been formed. So I'm just going to start building the channels for it now, the channels that I think everyone wants to see. It's going to mean that you get access to me all the time as well, so you can chat with me about markets. I know some of you guys on the YouTube channel now, you're used to that, so you're going to still have that access to me and you can chat to me and we can trade together. So let me build the channels for that this week, and I will open that up on the streams for everyone, probably starting next week. There should just be I'm going to sort it out so there can just be a QR code that you can join. But if you're following any of our social media channels as well, then you're going to be able to join it. It's completely free. Okay, we're going to open it up to everybody and make it completely free and build a Taurex global community where we're going to be streaming every day, content. There's going to be signals in there as well. Lots of exciting things planned in that. Okay, so that's the news events for today. I just wanted to quickly show you some analysis that we had marked on Monday. Now, I was going through this analysis yesterday, but unfortunately, the technology decided to fail me. But basically, in December, the markets can be quite, slow to react. Yeah, we know that, especially from a forex side. We've been lucky with the crypto volatility over the last few weeks, which has sort of masked that. But as we approach these next 2 weeks in Christmas, 2 weeks until Christmas, the markets will slow down. But this is proof that even though the markets slow down in December, there are still fantastic trading opportunities out there. And I wanted to show you one that we had marked on Monday. This is analysis that I haven't touched. This is analysis that was in there since Monday on AUDUSD. We had a fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame, which sat between this wick here and this wick here. We had the market trading roughly around here on Monday. You see that the price came up, tapped into our fair value gap, and then boom. Look at that for a reaction. Currently trading at 11 to 1. Now, when you look at the targets that I put in place for this, or the level that I thought AUDUSD could fall to, well, it was pretty simple, right? If we zoom out, you can see the yearly low here at 63486 or 63500. That was our yearly low. That was always going to be a key liquidity area for me, and therefore liquidity areas are great target areas. And you can see that the price has come down, hit that liquidity area for a take profit of 11 to 1. And even since that's happened, you can actually see the market's actually snapped higher a little bit more. Really fantastic trade. I hope anyone who was on that stream on Monday managed to get involved in that. Analysis from now will be interesting. We'll have to see where we close today. If we close below this liquidity and we get a full candle closure below, then we could say, right, maybe we're opening up for a more an even extended period of downside. However, if we get this wick and this fake out at this low and we close back inside the range, it would not surprise me if we see a rotation back up. Some of the best ways to play markets at the moment is that sort of rotation back into the median levels, especially around Christmas and especially on Forex. If you get in good profit in December, take it. That's what I would say. Okay. So, as you know, US CPI data today, we've got 13 minutes till the release. I've seen the request. I will go through now gold, the Nasdaq, and WTI off the back of on what I think may happen on those releases. Just reading a little bit here about what we're expecting. Gold preserved its bullish momentum following Monday's rally and registered strong gains on Tuesday. And the question we've had through on the YouTube channel is, will we get more upside in gold? Well, let's have a look. My initial what's the word? My initial thoughts are that yes, we are maybe going to be seeing some more upside. Why? Well, daily time frame. Okay, here was our bullish leg from the top here down to this low where we reacted from that imbalance and then snapped higher. That was our that was our bearish leg in the markets. So, there's our bearish leg in the markets. The market come up, tested the 61.8% reaction, big reaction. Market traded sideways, then moved up and traded into a supply zone. As you can see, what's happened is the market's broken higher. It done exactly what we said, right? The market was in this consolidation period. We had the sell side liquidity taken, then the buy side, and then the move higher. Textbook when you use a consolidation period as a liquidity area. What's then happened is that for me, there was a potential trade coming in at this supply zone. And a little bit of a reaction there. Didn't quite test it though. That's what was a bit concerning for me. So I didn't actually place this trade. Then the market comes up, breaks above the supply zone, reacts from it, like retests it, which is a mitigation, what I like to call mitigation, which is basically a break and retest of a resistance area or break and retest of a support area. This is a resistance area. We broke above it, we've tested it again, and now we're trading higher. So for me, if we get a daily close today, which is above the 61.8%, I think we can start to target 2721 and maybe even 2763, where we can see we've got a bit of a fair value gap. In terms of how that would look for US inflation today, sorry, let me keep that supply zone in there because it's important because we've had a break and retest. What we're looking for is we're looking for a bit of a softer inflation print. So I'm going to mark this target here as our softer CPI. And that for me looks like something like 2.6% or lower. Stronger CPI, probably going to see a rotation back down towards it. Now, because the barrier is quite high because we're already expecting an uptick, for me, it's going to need to be 2.8% or higher to really strengthen the US dollar and drag gold prices lower. And that's my two sort of target areas. So 2721 will be my area if we have a softer CPI, and 2650, should we call it, I think will be a good area to look for if we get a stronger CPI. Okay? Something that looks like that. How long we got? 9 minutes. Right, we've got plenty of time. Oh, I've just deleted one on my red list. Oh, I don't even know what that was. USD CAD. I don't want to be deleting that. That's a key market today. Um, the Nasdaq. Okay, I can update my analysis on the Nasdaq now, Bobby. Absolutely textbook from the Nasdaq. Again, what do I always say to everyone? Where's the market structure? Where's our market structure low and market structure high? And let's work from there. Market structure low is here. Market structure high was there. The market dipped down. Look at that reaction from the 61.8% on one, two, three, four, or three different occasions. Sorry, not four. We had no, it was four. One, two, three, four reactions from the 61.8%. And the market proceeded to make a new high. So what do we do now? If you missed that, there's no problem. Because what we can do is we can go, well, let's just move this up then. And again, let's wait for the Nasdaq to make a move down towards hopefully that 61.8, maybe even the 38.2, one of these areas, and let's look to play it higher. That's what I would do personally. If I then drop down onto the lower time frames, I'm just trying to see if there's anything clear cut. You can actually see, it's not too bad. There's a demand zone here or a bullish order block. Same thing. So my trade idea for today would look something like this. That's the way that I would play it. And that's basically utilizing a 4-hour order block within the daily 38.2%. Or alternatively, if that gets broken, then we can wait for a reaction from the 61.8. That'd be my two ways that I'd play that. Okay. Just see if there's any other questions coming through. No, I think we're all good. And sorry, just to link that to the CPI today, guys, probably looking at, as long as the figure isn't too low or too high, it's probably not going to do much to the Nasdaq or the stock market or the S&P 500, whatever. I always find that what the stock market doesn't like is uncertainty or surprise. So yes, inflation is typically not great for the stock market, but also too low inflation indicates economic crisis. And again, that's not good for the stock market. So anything too high or too low isn't great. Anything that we get around the forecast, nice and steady, not too many surprises, that's a good recipe for some more upside. WTI. Bobby, I can't believe you're even still looking at this market. It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific market to trade right now. I mean, what can you say? That you've got arguments for both here because you've got the generalized sort of downward pressure on this market, sort of squeezing prices down towards maybe that 60 area. And I'll be surprised if we didn't take out 65.25. But then if you look at the daily, right, then you can see that we're quite clearly seeing support at 67, 68. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 different times it's been support. So this is a really difficult market to trade, and it's not one that I'd recommend trading at all. What I would say is, if you go down to the 4-hour time frame, there's our reaction from this order block. I mean, can we get a break above 70.5? If we can, then maybe we can look for some more upside. At the moment, it's in no man's land. It really is in no man's land. You can make a case for both. And when you can do that, I don't like to trade it personally. So unfortunately, WTI at the moment is something that I would park just whilst we're in this sort of horrific consolidation period where there's no one really taking control. Unless you want to play the range, in which case I would wait for a move up to the top of the range and play the rotation back down below. But again, I can't imagine that there's going to be too much that goes on today that affects that. 4 minutes to go. Okay, a quick update on the crypto space. It's been a bit of a mixed bag this week so far. You can see Bitcoin is just struggling to gather too much momentum above 100K. I'm not too surprised about that. We did get a full candle closure above 100K, and I did say on the previous streams that that was you know an important moment because we didn't just get a wick and a close back inside. We are seeing the market, generally speaking, grind higher here. And if you look on how that sort of price action looks, I know it's a different market, but look at a similar sort of thing we saw on the Nasdaq, grind higher, and then suddenly we got that explosion higher as well. So maybe that's something that we could see in Bitcoin. It's a difficult one in terms. Oh, sorry, in terms of trading it. I want a bigger dip than what we've got. Um, if I'm going to be trading it now from any of these areas down here, sort of the low 90s, I would always just keep targeting 100. So anytime we get a sort of a dip into the low 90s, I'd keep targeting 100 and just keep taking my profits there. You got to remember we're approaching the end of the year, right? So naturally, the market participation or the market volatility does suffer a little bit, but you do get these sort of like low volume rallies. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get a bit of a softer inflation print today, that we see another closure above 100K. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty bullish on cryptos really across the board, and I do think that we could be in for a good few years in crypto. To be fair, so I will be keeping my eye out for any dips in the market to look to try and get involved in. Okay. Any other? Let me just check Instagram. Are there any other questions or markets anyone wants me to go through? Anything they're not sure about when it comes to the print that's coming out very soon? 2 minutes time. Do let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to go a little bit silent whilst we wait for the event to come out. And what I will do for you is let's go onto the gold chart. Let's dive that down onto the 1 minute time frame. And let's see the explode. Look how slow it's been today so far. I bet this changes when that event comes out. Good luck to everyone who is trading this event. We have got 40 seconds to go until the release. Very best of luck to those who are in trades. If you are in profit, just think about trying to protect yourself from any, surprises here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there isn't too many nasty surprises. 25 seconds to go. Good luck. Good luck to those on X as well who joined the streams. Thank you for joining. 5 seconds. Will we get any surprises on CPI today? Here we go. There goes gold. There it goes. Initial move higher on gold is spiking now. It's reversing. 2.7% in line with market expectations there. Month on month in line with expectations. What about the core? The core's coming in now in line with expectations. No surprises there in the inflation print today. We have inflation ticking slightly higher in the US from 2.6 up to 2.7. You can see the initial reaction is not a massive one because there hasn't been any surprises. But you can see the dollar index is just selling off a little bit off the back of the release, but nothing clear cut just yet. What's happening with the stock market? Yeah, there we go. Something that we said before we went on. As long as we don't get any surprises, the stock market should be fine. And I think that will continue to be the case. Yes, inflation's ticked slightly higher, 0.1%. It's not anything that's going to really change the Federal Reserve's decision. It's something that we need to keep an eye on. Inflation will definitely still be a talking point next year, of course. However, right now, yeah, we can see. I think this is okay for gold traders. I don't think this is like a concerning report where we think, oh wow, now inflation's going much much higher, and we're going to get more more hikes in next year, and we're not going to be able to cut. I still think we're going to be able to cut in the December meeting next week. So I don't think that changes too much. So I think all we got to do is when that happens is we just follow the market structure, and we know the structure on gold now is bullish. Let's wait for see if we get that daily close above that 61.8. If we do get that, it should be all systems go to try and target 2721, maybe even higher. And I think that, again, always be on the lookout for any dips in the market, particularly the risk assets at the moment. There just isn't enough negativity. There's no negative sentiment. The markets are, winding down for Christmas. It's been a good year. We might get a bit of profit taking, but on the whole, this is a good enough recipe for some more risk asset upside. Of course, any surprises in that, then I will be sure to notify you. But yeah, inflation ticks slightly higher. Hasn't changed too much. Fantastic AUDUSD analysis. And yeah, if you are looking to get involved in the markets, at Taurex, we are a brokerage, of course, but we also have a prop solution ready for you. So Atmos by Taurex is our broker-backed, ready-to-trade prop firm. So if you are looking to go down the prop route, funding, pay a small fee but get funded, then feel free to check them check atmos.tradetaurex.com. Or you can obviously go down the more traditional broker route. You can get access to our trading tools, and you can deposit into Taurex as well. Or if you want, you can get involved in our trading competition. Our demo trading competition is now underway. You can win your share of $2,000 in real prizes, which is fantastic. Just head over to Taurex.com, or go to taurexleague.com. Click join the league, and when you scroll down, you will see our current contest is currently underway. You can see the rules for that, and you can actually see the standings as well. So if runs are 3, you are on the stream, you are currently winning, and you're currently in line to win $800 if it stays that way. Morlana09 is in second, and Sarika Jahan 2345 is in third. Good luck to all of those who are in our trading competition, and there will be more coming out as well. Don't worry. I think we run these sort of every couple of weeks or so. And yeah, as soon as I know more, as soon as I can give you the link to my Discord channel, then I will be doing that as well. So make sure you, for now, keep tuning in on YouTube every day, 1 p.m, and I'll be there to answer any questions that you may have. Until then, trade well, trade the session well, trade safe, and I'll see you all for. Oh, sorry, I won't be streaming tomorrow and Friday because I'm away with work, so I don't have my setup. But I will be back streaming on Monday for you all, and I should have the Discord ready then as well. So hopefully I can see you guys joining us there. Thank you very much. Take care, trade well, and I'll see you all very shortly. Thank you.